I found the family photo in a dusty old box in the attic. Its wooden frame was chipped, but the image inside was crystal clear. It showed my parents and me at a picnic when I was 8. We were laughing, eyes squinting against the sun. I rubbed my thumb over the smooth glass, nostalgia rising. But something caught my eye, a face in the shadow of a nearby tree. It seemed out of place, uninvited. I frowned, leaning closer to the photo. I couldn't make out who it was, just a ghostly outline lost in blur. I shrugged it off as an imperfection, a trick of the light perhaps. I took the photo downstairs and placed it on the mantelpiece in the living room. It seemed to fit there among the other family artifacts and mementos. Days passed, and life went on as usual, running errands, cooking, returning to the burdens of modern life. Every now and then, I'd catch a glance at the photo, slowly growing accustomed to its presence in the room. One evening, I sat by the fire with a book, lulled by the crackle of burning wood. As the flames danced shadows on the walls, my gaze fell upon the photo again. My heart stuttered. The face, previously shadowed, was clearer now. A piercing gaze reached out from the frame, staring right into me. Cold unease spread over my skin like ice water. I stepped closer, heart pounding, hoping it was just fatigue playing tricks. I sat down with the photo, analyzing every detail. My parents happy and young, the picnic spread out like a joyful tapestry. Yet that face, now sharp and undeniably real a woman, her eyes dull and expression unreadable. I had never seen her before. Her presence gnawed at me, a parasite in my mind feeding off doubt. I shoved the photo back onto the mantel, tempted to hide it away. But curiosity anchored me. Who was she? The next day, I couldn't concentrate. I skimmed through work emails with her face lingering in my mind. Every noise in the house seemed too loud, the tick of the clock, the hiss of the kettle. By evening, my curiosity boiled over. I took the photo, comparing it to others in my collection. None had the mysterious woman. As night fell, shadows crept into the room, bringing with them whispers and the constant tick-tock of the clock. I tried to forget it. I tossed the photo back in the box in the attic, hoping distance would erase her presence from my mind. As days went by, things seemed to return to normal until one stormy night, rain hammered the roof, a chilling wind howled, and thunder growled. I could not sleep. Curiosity pulled me from bed. I retrieved the photo, now buried beneath other relics. There she was, now sitting with us at the picnic. Lightning flashed outside as I held the photo near. My breath fogged the glass. The storm was a slow-boiling kettle, persistent and loud. The woman's face was larger, commanding more of the frame with a half-smile that chilled my blood. I felt watched. I shoved the photo back, hurried out of the attic, and slammed the trapdoor shut, breathing heavily. Her presence seemed to follow me down into the house's womb of shadows. The storm passed, but an unease lingered like a forgotten dream. Days turned into weeks, and each night I heard faint noises, footsteps, whispers. It was as though the house itself was talking. One evening, the whispers grew louder, merging with the chime of an unearthed wind chime. I found myself drawn back to the attic, the photo in hand. I stared. Her face was now familiar, a reflection of someone I should remember but couldn't place. I decided to confide in my sister. We sat in her kitchen, mugs of hot tea warming our hands. I showed her the photo. She examined it, eyes widening at the sight of the woman's face. She didn't recall her either. We talked about family, past gatherings, trying to place the woman. The air was thick with tension, the tick of the wall clock loud in the silence. Still, no answers came, only more questions. My sister couldn't shake the feeling of familiarity and unease. We delved into family albums, photos scattered across the table like a deck of cards. Each image was saturated with smiles and memories, but devoid of the mysterious woman. Outside, the wind picked up, rattling the windows. We listened for echoes in the rustling leaves, hoping to uncover secrets hidden by time. Yet, it was as though she existed only within this one photo. With no answers, a gnawing dread settled in. I decided to seek the help of an expert in paranormal occurrences, someone who could potentially shed light on this mystery. The appointment was set at my home, where the energy had grown oppressive, each room heavy with the whispering history of the unknown woman. Outside, the sun dipped below the horizon, darkening the world and amplifying every creak of the wooden floors. The expert, a soft-spoken middle-aged man, arrived with equipment in tow. His presence was calming at first. He meticulously examined the photo under various lights, nodding occasionally, his face a mask of intrigue. He mentioned deep energies at play, and I felt the walls close in around us. He suggested setting up cameras around the house to capture any phenomenon the photo might trigger. My nerves frayed at the thought of what might unfold. That night, sleep eluded me. Every creak in the house felt amplified, every shadow harbored menace. I sat up with the photo on the table before me. The cameras blinked their steady red lights, recording the night. As the hours stretched on, I noticed something. The woman's face in the photo was gone. A cold shiver crawled up my spine, as if her absence from the frame brought her closer to me in reality. Panicked, I woke my sister, who had stayed over. We reviewed the footage together, ears straining for any sound, eyes darting over every flicker of movement. On screen, figures blurred in the dark, while we heard a distant melody, an off-key lullaby. There it was, an image of the woman moving, no longer a frozen memory. As if sensing our gaze, she turned slowly, her eyes meeting the camera with a chilling awareness. The revelation left us trembling. I felt hollow, the woman's haunting presence clinging like smoke to my senses. Calling the expert, our voices shaking, we shared what we found. He spoke of entities trapped in time, but warned of provoking further manifestation. As dawn light crept in, coloring the walls with tentative warmth, we resolved to remove the photo, to sever whatever force bound it to our lives. But as I reached for it, the woman's face appeared once more, serene and faintly smiling, as if acknowledging our endless connection.